The Bushcrafty Talks.
Oh, hi. What's up? Bushcrafty here. Bushcrafty Talks. Oh, been busy. Dang, they got this road cut off too. They ain't have to go further down. They must be on lunch break. Nobody's there. Okay, so I gotta get out and do some more errands. And cats, they start rubbing up on my cheeks, and my beard on my cheeks just gets so fuzzied out. Big used to be a nice nursery here, and it still surprises me how much that's all grown up, and it's just looks like a big old park now. Used to be a really nice nursery right there. Used to walk down there and get a couple plants here and there. Because I still, like I said, I always like to support the local businesses, because I can, I have seeds and I grow all that stuff ahead of time for my saplings and whatnot. But I would rather, not plant one thing or another, and it all depends where we're talking about too. Somebody getting some work done, a new parking lot, that'd be cool. Church parking lot been pretty rugged for a while. Yeah, I do research, and I ask them where do they get their saplings from, and if they say, well, we have a company that is out of so-and-so that has a big greenhouse or something that grows them, and I tend to kind of stay away from those. But they say, well, we do these ourselves, we have a greenhouse, or we have a greenhouse set at our property or something, and we compost our own soil and things like that. And I'm like, ding ding, that's great. You want to hear that. You don't want to hear, this company. Now, there's a little trick to your saplings. Sometimes you'll notice that when you grow something at home, they get real leggy and everything. To stop the legginess, these big places that do these seed starts and stuff, what they'll do, they'll have the stuff in their greenhouse, and then it starts getting a little bit leggy or something like that, to where people just don't find that attractive in their saplings or their starts or whatnot. So what they'll do is they'll actually put them outside at nighttime, as long as it's not going to frost or something, or they'll turn the heat off in a greenhouse, or they'll put them somewhere in a dark somewhere or something like that, to where they get cold. When they get cold, it stunts that growth, and they'll still be nice and pretty green and everything, but it stunts that growth, and that's where you get the big, thick, like on tomatoes, you'll see big, thick. Sorry, I got distracted there. Some cats are fighting. I think they're fighting. I don't know. Kind of looked like somebody threw that cat. I'm just checking, because I don't like I don't like animals to be abused. And I'd probably go and say something to the people and then call somebody that would deal with it legally. Anyways, like I said, they'll put these things until in like 40-degree weather to where they kind of go dormant, and the leaves and everything will look, you know, nice and green and healthy and everything. It stops them from growing up, and they kind of bush out, which I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it depends on the nursery and how they do this. If they do this over and over again to make this reaction more and more, then it's unhealthy for the plant. And sometimes you can tell. You pull that the root ball out, and you check and see if there's the roots are, I don't know, like kind of like gushy, or they're real brittle and dying, and they're dried out roots in there and stuff like that. Then you want to kind of stay away from those. I only know this because I've worked at a nursery a time or two, and it's some of the things that they do to make the plants look more presentable to sell, which is fine. I mean, sometimes it's good to do this. Sometimes some people leave the lights on too long for their grow lights, and it's a good idea to, you know, have a day or two with darkness so that they rest. Because believe it or not, you just don't leave plants under the grow light 24/7. Plants have to have that rest. They have to be able to get some of that nutrients from the sun, or the fake sun, the lights. They have to be able to get it to the roots. Figured I'd go to Goodwill first, and we got a couple stops after that, but I think I will stop boring you guys with my jibber jabber for plants. Oh, and for those who are wondering about the vehicles, like I said, I went and got the one switched over into my name, got a battery, and put it in a new spot in my yard, on my property, I should say, not my yard. The other one, unfortunately, I filed for an abandoned vehicle. This was unfortunate, but this was the way, the cheapest way. The other way would have been when my son would have been charged daily for it to be impounded, and I didn't want that. And to me, this was the best thing to do. So basically what we did is we filed for an abandoned vehicle. They come picked it up. It's over. The company will file for an abandoned vehicle thing, and they send letters out and whatnot, and they get title back, and they got a car. I mean, it runs. It hasn't ran for a couple days or a couple years because it's been sitting in yard. Can't do nothing with, can't put plates on it or anything because it's not in my name. And there was a lot of suggestions. Well, why don't you scrap it and stuff? You can't scrap a vehicle without a title that is in your name, because you have to have, it has to be notarized, and that's a legal document. So if you falsely sign somebody else's name, you get in worse trouble than that. Another thing people told me to do is get plates on it. Can't get plates on it. Plates, the person has to be there. They have to show their driver's license. They have to sign papers stating that they have insurance on the car to get plates. And to get plates, it has to be in your name. Again, that's the main issue. The car was not in my name. If it was in my name, it had been gone. I would have fixed it up and sold it, been done with it. Because I did that to a Honda that I had in my yard. I fixed it up, resold it, and that's what I do. If I have the money and I see a car that it doesn't run or whatnot, and I'll have it towed to the house, and I'll work on it here and there until I get it running, and then I'll put it on the market and sell it for a profit. But the car situation is done. That headache is over until the next time I get reported for something. But it is what it is. With that, I will leave you guys and hope you have a wonderful day. Never give up, and God bless.